having made her debut as a minor side villain in Borderlands 2, but later as a playable Vault Hunter in Borderlands the pre-sequel. Nisha Kadam had a rough childhood, raised by an abusive mother and a loving but docile father. Her mother would frequently throw things at her, but over time she actually developed quick reflexes and began to be able to catch the objects thrown at her. One day, her father bought her a puppy and she took care of it quite well, but the dog wound up getting bit by a frenzy crutch. While initially it didn't show any symptoms, one day its eyes went red and lips blue, and it attacked her. Her mother did nothing but laugh and her father cower. After getting patched up, Nisha used a shovel to bash its brains out.
Long time ago, my dad bought me a dog. His way of apologizing for Mom's temper. Loved that dog. Took her to school, carried her on my shoulders, held her close after Mom was done yelling and growling and punching. Used to fall asleep with her in my arms. One day, my dog got bit by a frenzy crutch hiding in the tall grass. Eyes went red, lips went blue. Acted normal otherwise, though. I thought maybe she was immune. Maybe I caught a break. That night, Mom did her usual thing. She hurled a glass at me. I tried to catch it. I'd gotten good at catching whatever she tossed. But it bounced off my hand and fell on the dog. Not hard enough to hurt it, but its eyes went even redder. Lips even bluer. Foam dripped from its jowls and it lunged at me. Sunk its teeth into my neck. Over my own screams, I could hear Dad whimpering, the dog snarling, and my mom laughing. After Dad patched me up, I grabbed a shovel and bashed the dog's brains out.
Her troubled home life caused her to develop an unsympathetic and borderline psychopathic behavior and personality. Because of what happened to her with her dog, she developed a hatred and despise for puppies that killing them actually makes her feel good. As she began to grow up, she developed an interest in killing bandits. She got quite good at it and obtained a reputation known as a bandit who kills bandits. Though they weren't the only ones that she killed, as political figures and such were on the table as well.
Made a hell of a life for yourself, Nisha. Killing trained soldiers on the moon's a far cry from flaying bandits alive on Pandora. Keep this up, maybe we can start killing some real badasses. I miss holding up bandit chieftains. Way they'd lose all that bravado along with their first few fingers.
She became popular enough in what she did that it grabbed the attention of Handsome Jack. So when he formed the plan to open the vault on Elpis, she, alongside Wilhelm, Athena, Claptrap, Aurelia, and Timothy, assisted in taking down the Lost Legion and putting down the Sentinel. Throughout their journey, she actually took a liking to Jack and his descent into madness. After everything was said and done, the two actually started dating. Nisha would have her own role in the fall of New Haven. While Wilhelm did most of the fighting and destruction, Nisha had her own interaction with Brick. She was actually capable of taking him down and capturing him, and she had taken his new puppy Rusty and snapped his neck in front of him, causing him to cry. This obviously caused Brick to have a hatred for Nisha, as the dogs he had in his life are often one of the few things he actually cares about. As Hyperion continued to lay siege on Pandora, as a birthday gift, Jack had actually taken control of a small town named Lynchwood and gifted it to her, making her the sheriff. She ruled over this town with an iron fist and enforced over 200 laws, with each one punishable by death. When the new set of Vault Hunters come to assist the Crimson Raiders, Brick is the one responsible for sending them out to Lynchwood, raising all sorts of hell for her until she inevitably issued a challenge at high noon.
Brick always did have a flair for the dramatic. Made a real scene of it when he escaped my jail. Blew it sky high, swore revenge for what Jack and I did to him, said we turned him into a bandit the moment we killed his dog. Dealing with you, I think, is going to be much simpler for both of us. I die or you do, nice and clean.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you are, Nisha lost the battle and was killed. Jack recovered her cowboy hat and displayed it in his office in remembrance. Another fun fact about Nisha is apparently she's into getting choked, as evident by some of her voice lines.
My oxygen! I'm usually into this, but God, I'm bored. Want to choke someone or get choked. I try not to be picky.
And for now, that does it for the history of Nisha. Undeniably a product of her upbringing, and honestly a character I really like despite being such a terrible person. If there are any other characters you'd like to see me do the history of, then be sure to let me know in the comments below, and until next time, I'll see you in the next video.